Welcome everyone back to the Pathways to Success podcast. I am very excited about the guest we have on the show today, and it is Christopher Manske. He is the author of the upcoming book, The Prepared Investor. Chris, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me today.
So the book is called The Prepared Investor. Why did you write this book?
One of the shortcomings right now in the investment industry is that Wall Street approaches every single crisis with the exact same solution. Regardless of the circumstances, the solution is do nothing, hold the course, stay with the program, don't make any changes. And this is like a stopped clock solution because there are crises where that makes sense, but there's a lot of crises where it does not make sense, where there's truly opportunity that is being left on the table for the average investor, not for the hedge fund manager who's plugged in at Wall Street. I mean, for all of us with just a little education, just like sitting down with my daughter and showing her, this is how you change the tire. With just a little education, a little forethought, a little preparation, suddenly you're in a position to be able to protect and even grow your portfolio in the face of crisis.
And who did you write the book for?
So in addition to someone who has a portfolio and they're concerned about the future, anyone who advises people, any financial advisor, any CPA, any investment advisor, if they're hearing of concerns from their clients, this is the kind of book that it's a great gift for them, but it's excellent information to allow them to address those concerns in a meaningful way.
What are maybe 2 or 3 actions or strategies that listeners and viewers can implement next to help them at least start getting prepared for whatever may come?
Right now, what most people do is they accept their pay into their checking account. They do whatever work they do and their pay comes into their checking account. It's now available for them to spend. And the norm is that if they're ahead of the game and they're saving, as I had just said, an important thing is to spend less than what you make, and they're saving, they'll usually have it set some certain amount of money is automatically removed from their checking account and sent to their savings account. And this is applauded. This is, this is something that we say, oh, good job, you're saving. That, set it and forget it, out of sight, out of mind. Lots of ways that we celebrate that behavior. But the problem with it is that it doesn't work in the long haul. So let me give you an example. We've got a husband and a wife. One of them is a consultant, and the other one is a banker. Mm-hmm. And in the last 5 years, the consultant did a lot of overtime work that gave extra pay and received a bonus every year. The banker got 2 promotions, and there was 1 year that the banker got a promotion, got a bonus. Through all of that, they were saving their $1,000 a month into their savings account. It's a fixed savings, which means that all the extra money, what happens to it? For the vast majority of people, what happens is it gets frittered away, it gets spent, and what was a very powerful potential nest egg, seed is now just money that it kind of filtered through and was not really held on to. And the reason is because they were mentally thinking, well, I'm already saving. I'm saving. I've got my savings fixed. Set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about saving. So the way that I'd say we could combat that, and this is one of the action steps in the book, is that we swap where the money goes. So instead of the money going to your checking account, everything you make, if you do a garage sale, if you get a bonus, if you sell something on eBay, it's your regular W-2 money, whatever money that the family makes, it all goes into the savings account. And then a fixed amount comes out once a month, twice a month, whatever makes sense for your family, but it's a fixed amount that comes out for your lifestyle, for your bills. And when you do it that way, what you've done is you've fixed your lifestyle for the long term, but you've left your savings to be the flexible, growth-oriented machine that it should be, where I think most of your listeners, what they're doing right now is they've allowed their lifestyle to be the flexible, hey, however it works, and their savings is fixed and static. And if you switch it, it really makes a big difference over the long haul.
That, I don't think I've heard that strategy before, but that sounds really, really good. I appreciate you sharing that. Huh. Chris, close us out with any kind of final advice for all of us to sort of take steps to become a prepared investor.
We would never say, hey, I don't know when you're going to have a heart attack, so just go ahead and eat all the terrible food that you can eat. It doesn't matter because I just can't predict when that heart attack would happen. It doesn't even make sense. But somehow we think it makes sense when Wall Street says, well, we don't know when the next crisis is going to happen or what it's going to be. We can't predict the future. So let's just do nothing to prepare for any eventuality. And when it hits, just stay the course. When I say it like that, you can see this doesn't make sense.
Chris, this was an amazing conversation. I really enjoyed having you on the podcast, and we'll make sure to have all of your contact information in the show notes as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Vice versa. This has been a joy.
And everyone else, thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the Pathways to Success. As always, make sure to subscribe, comment, and share. And we'll see you next time on the next episode of the Pathways to Success.